Hello everyone, welcome to the Ozark Outpost. This is Global War 85, Operation Escobar, Soviet Global Command 14.3. Okay, first is repair. There were 5 damage to the minor army base in Akershus and 7 damage to the major base in western Ukraine that are paid off with 12 battle stars. Okay, tech. PGM, even though it doesn't really do them much good right now, they're going to go ahead and try to finish Caterpillar Drive, SDI, Top Gun, Advanced Manufacturing. Okay, PGM and Caterpillar Drive. Oh, and Top Gun, that's a 7. So PGM goes to stage 3, Caterpillar Drive is finished, Top Gun is finished. That won't change their buy. Okay, next thing is Iraq. Once again, they're going to try to talk Saddam Hussein into jumping on with Team Red all the way. So 2 free dice and paying 2 for the 3rd die. Okay. The way we're doing this for right now, Alliance nuclear release, we recalculate the victory point differential for the Soviets, or for the second half of each turn, whichever side is in a victory point deficit. We recalculate the available counter value weapons. So, NATO has come up to 3 victory points. Warsaw Pact and the Soviets are at 3 each. So the current score is 11-6. And the Soviets are going to shoot all 5 counter value weapons. Okay, now we have military aid. This time it's only Warsaw Pact. They're getting a medium bomber for 4. Regular purchase. Let's square that up. Okay, the Soviets are going to start a minor army base for 5 in western Kazakhstan. And they are going to start another minor army base. 5 battle stars in both cases. They're starting another minor army base in eastern Ukraine. So we will get the construction markers out here. Western Kazakhstan and eastern Ukraine. Let's zoom a little bit so you can see those better. Okay, then 16 2 times both, so for a total of 4 next gen MBTs and 4 early gen fighters, and the remaining 4 on a mech. Building 7 cruise missiles, 5 anti-ship missiles. Combat movement. Well, we'll just start here, I guess. Okay, there are 2 theater missiles in Volgograd. 1, 2, 3, 4. One will target the air base in Marmara, the other the army base. So I don't forget, go ahead and take those off because they are expended. Then the major air base in eastern Ukraine is shooting a theater nuclear cruise missile 123 targeting the minor shipyard in Marmara. The major air base in western Ukraine is shooting a theater nuclear cruise missile 1-2 at the minor army base in Bulgaria. The ground forces and the attack chopper in western Ukraine are going to counterattack Romania to try to liberate it. And that's everything down here. Up north here, this SSN from A5 moves over here to A7, comes off silent running, and is shooting a pair of anti-ship missiles at this damaged supercarrier in A6. There's no cruiser present, so there's no missile defense. They need one hit to finish the carrier off and sink it. Okay, then theater missile here in Belarus, combat moves up here to Baltic states, and then shoots 1, 2, 3, targeting the minor army base in Benelux. So that comes off there. Then the joint major air base in East Germany shoots a theater nuclear cruise missile 1, 2, 3 into Picardy, targeting, or you can't see it quite, into Picardy, targeting the major army base. And I believe that is it for combat movement. Let's check the notes real fast to be sure. Romania, A6, Marmara Army, Marmara Air, Benelux Army, Bulgaria Army, Shipyard, Picardy Army. Yep. And then the other combat movement, as I said, is 5 counter value weapons. It's going to be 3 SLBMs and 2 nuclear gravity bombs fired at the Americans. So let's do our business up north here. So the first thing will be the attack on the supercarrier. As I said, no missile defense. So in they come with 2 anti-ship missiles. Yep, both miss. The supercarrier lives to fight another day, possibly. Okay, now we will have the theater nuclear cruise missile strike on the major army base in Picardy. So here's missile defense. And there's a 4. That one is shot down. And that's it for over here. Oh, I guess I forgot to mention that NATO will be using the SR-71 special ability in the defense of Romania. Thought I was going to forget that, didn't you? All right, next, let's do the theater nuclear cruise missile against the minor army base in Bulgaria. So one AMD shot there, 7 misses. So that is 1d6, 2 damage. We are 2 damage applied. Okay, now we will have the same thing, theater nuclear cruise missile against the minor shipyard in Marmara. That one got through. 2 damage again. Okay, that is applied. Now, let's see, while I was up north, I forgot to do the theater missile against the minor army base in Benelux. So let's go ahead and do that. Misses, this is 2d6. It'll be 8 the hard way in Benelux. Unfortunately, a hard 8 doesn't provide any bonus. This is a game table, not a crap table. Which means we also don't accept side bets. Okay, now we have theater missile against the major air base in Marmara. That gets through. 10 damage. Not enough to take it out. Major base requires 14 damage. Well, max damage on a major base is 14. But 10 is expensive to repair. All right, now the major army base in Marmara. That one gets through. 4 damage on that. Okay, that is all of the theater missiles and the theater nuclear cruise missiles. So now we have the Battle of Romania. And I'm not going to move the stuff over. There's not that much there. Nobody has first strike. Although NATO is using SR-71 defense. So there's 2 early gen MBTs attacking. They miss. 4 MBTs. Oh wait, I also forgot to mention that I'm sure I made a mistake on NATO's turn when they captured that. I said there was no terrain, but seeing it in better light this morning, the roundel is in the mountains. So to make it fair, what I'm going to do is, like I said, since I know I screwed that up on NATO's turn, I'm not going to give a terrain penalty to the Soviets on the counterattack to balance it out. So here's MBTs. That's one hit. And an attack chopper. That's a miss. Okay. 3 mechs at 6. 1 hit. So they trade hits. So that kills 1 early gen MBT and 1 mech. And now we go to round 2, and SR-71 is no longer in play. So now there's an early gen and early gen MBT, early gen MBT in yellow, 4 MBTs, and attack chopper in orange. Everybody missed. Two mechs for 1 hit. So kill early gen MBT. Now it's 4 MBTs and an attack chopper. Okay, there's 4 hits. They only needed 2. So Romania will be liberated. But it's going to cost them an MBT. Okay, so there's a land battle star for the Soviets. Go over here and do the casualties. So he was killed. 1 of these was taken out on the last round. These guys are gone. Remove that. Okay, that's worth 3, right? Yes, that's going to be Warsaw Pact up 3 to 27. NATO down 3 to 46. And NATO loses 1 victory point. All right. So that's it for all that. Now we have strategic attack. So we have 3 SLBMs and 2 gravity bombs. Now the Americans on their last turn did complete SDI. They still do not have AMD. So let's look up the defense just to be sure. Okay, so for the nuclear gravity bombs, Top Gun, the Americans do have, and the Americans have advanced ASF. So against the gravity bombs, there's 2 defense dice. Against the SLBMs, there is just 1 defense die for advanced sonar. SDI only counts against ICBMs and IRBMs. So they get 3 shots at the SLBMs and 4 shots at the gravity bombs. 1 shot each at the SLBMs, 2 shots each at the gravity bombs. Well, I better roll those separate so that extra gravity bomb shots can't maybe take out SLBM. So here's the defense against the SLBMs. 2 of those are shot down, leaving 1. And then 4 defense dice against the gravity bombs. Those are all clean misses. So 3 weapons get through. That takes the Americans down from 8 to 5. And now it is a 1-point ball game, 7 to 6. The fallout goes up to 76 because of that. And I think we're done over there. Right, non-combat movement. Okay, this fighter from Afghanistan is going to pull back to Tehran. The backfire is going to fly back over here to Volgograd. These 4 early gen MBTs are moving from Tehran to Tabriz. These 2 attack choppers in western Ukraine have 2 movement in non-combat. They could get 3 with the base upgrade, or with the base bonus, but they don't need it. 1, 2 down here to southern Caucasia. This guy is over here in Romania. Left him behind by mistake. The group of Soviet forces in Eastern Europe here, all in Western Poland, they're going to move 1, 2 over here to join their Marine brothers in occupying northern Germany. Let's get him on, get all these guys over here. Smooth and easy. There we go. And I think, oh wait, we forgot a combat. It was right under my nose, and I overlooked it the whole time in planning and during play, and I also forgot to do the diplomacy roll. This destroyer, sitting here in I-4, is going to move 1, 2 down here to I-1 and attack this American tanker over here off the Cape. Can't forget about that. Five doesn't get it done. He tried. Let's see. I was saying I think that's it. Now I got to do the diplomacy roll that I forgot. Saddam still says no. He says, you haven't greased my You haven't greased my palm enough yet. You're going to have to send some more flatbeds full of cash before you get me. All right, so now that's it. Let's have a look and be positive. Okay, backfire fighter, attack choppers, West Poland. Yep, that's all the non-combat movement. So now we're placing units. So the two minor army base constructions go over here on the build chart. They each get themselves an acrylic flag to sit on. There's that. Now two next-gen MBTs and two early-gen fighters go into Tehran. And then two next-gen MBTs go into Southern Caucasia. Two EGFs go into Volgograd. Reach. Volgograd. And then the mech is going up here to Akershus. NATO and the Americans have been paying a little too much attention to this. So there's three mechs and a SAM to defend Akershus. Okay, deliver aid. The medium bomber gets delivered here to East Germany. There's that. Okay, the Soviets didn't take any territory for themselves. So they're still at 41 and they have a bonus of a paltry 1. So they're going to have 42 in the bank. And 6 battle stars. The spy satellite remains on its side because they did not repair the damaged space launch facility. They had other priorities. Okay, that's it for this one. Ozark Outpost. Over and out.